ready, the players, too. There's lots of money waiting for you on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Hello there. Thank you very much. I thank you. Thank you for joining us on Card Sharks. Thank you for joining us at home. They're applauding your lousy poems, Gene. That's what it is. We got to do something about those poems of yours, Gene Wood. I don't know. Right now, let's open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Ann, if you will, start loading in the cards as we start a brand new game with these Card Sharks. Sheila Lyons, our champion. Hi, Sheila. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
And would you remind us just a little bit more about yourself?
Yes, I've been in California for 14 years, and I'm living in San Clemente. I teach skincare classes, and today's my lucky day.
Why is it your lucky day?
I found $5 on the curb this morning.
Now, my spies always tell me these, and they said they think maybe your husband planted it there.
He's too cheap. It might maybe a dollar, but not a $5.
He wouldn't do that. And you also got a raise, too, right?
I got a promotion.
Well,
my boss called this morning.
Your lucky day. You're doing very well here. You've won $4,100,
yes.
Sheila.
Thank you.
Good to see you again. And our challenger, Bert Voorhees. Hi, Bert. And again, would you remind us about yourself?
All right, I have a wife, Linda, and a boy, Taliesin, who's 21 months old. I have an MA in theology, and for the last year, my wife and I have been in a role reversal.
I think, yeah, we talked about that. That's so fascinating. Right. Now, you're taking care of the house. You're doing all those chores.
Right. Well, you'd have to ask her.
Oh. What'd you cook for dinner last night?
Last night we ate over at the folks' house.
Oh,
But I got up early this morning and I put in a ham, and so we'll have something to eat tonight.
Terrific. What job do you hate the most?
Cleaning the bathroom.
That'll
Toilets, tubs, you know.
Good luck to both of you. Each player has his or her own deck of 52 playing cards. They're shuffled and cut before we go in the air. The champion, Sheila, plays the upper cards, the red cards. Our challenger, Bert, plays the lower cards, the blue cards. And the object of the game is to work your way across the board, predicting whether each card is higher or lower than the one that precedes it. Before you can begin calling high-low on the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question based on a poll of 100 people. Now, we play the best 2 out of 3, and Sheila won the first game, and the pressure's on you, Bert. However, Sheila, you have won 2 matches, and I think you were behind in both of them, right?
Yes, sir.
This is the first time you've been ahead.
Yes,
Let's see how it comes out now as we start game 2 with a question to you, Sheila. We asked 100 married women, are you faithful to your husband because you love him or because you're afraid of getting caught? How many women said they were faithful because they're afraid of getting caught?
No, I don't think too many. I think wives love I love my husband, and I wouldn't be afraid of getting caught. If you're going to do that, you'd do it anyway. It wouldn't matter. So I think the number's going to be low, and I'm going to say about 17.
17. Whoa. Bert, do you think it's higher or lower than 17?
I think it's going to be a low number. I agree with her reasoning, but I think it's going to be just a little higher than 17.
But you say a little higher than that. Well, if it is higher, Bert, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be Sheila. That's some agreement out there with your answer, Bert. The actual number of married women who said they're faithful because they're afraid of getting caught is 13. It's not higher. Sheila.
Right, but 5.
Sheila waves her $5 bill, and we'll take a look at your base card. You have an 8. Now, you won the high-low toss-up, so you have the right to change that base card if you'd like.
I would like to change that card, please.
Here's the next card off the top of your deck. You must play this one. It's a 10. A little bit better.
I'm going to call the next card higher.
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 Right away. You do this occasionally. You go against the odds, Sheila. Let's see if she's right. Higher than a 10. No, the odds were the other way. And you lose that 5, and that gives Bert a chance to play off his base card, which is a queen.
Great card, great card. Next card will be lower.
Lower than a queen. It is
all right.
Remember, you can freeze at any time, Bert. Your decision.
Next card, higher than a 2.
Continuing higher than a 2. It is a 7.
I'm going to freeze right there.
Now we freeze. We move the freeze bar over. Can't take those cards away from you. Bert needs just 2. Janice fills in the space for Sheila. And the question to you, Bert. We asked 100 mothers whose sons are married. Be honest. Did your daughter-in-law's family skimp on the wedding? How many mothers said their daughter-in-law's family did skimp on the wedding?
Wow. I think people are pretty defensive in situations like that and highly critical. So I'd say that it would be like 37.
37. Did you have a big wedding, Bert?
No, ours was very simple.
Sheila, he says 37. Higher or lower? How many mothers said the daughter-in-law's family skimped on the wedding?
Skimped on the wedding. I agree with what he's saying, but I do think it's going to be a little bit lower.
You say lower than that. What is this, the Mormon Tabernacle Choir? The actual number of mothers who said their daughter-in-law's family did skimp on the wedding is 22. It's lower, Sheila. And again, you win that high-low toss-up. We're looking at a 10. Do you want it, Sheila?
No, I don't want it.
See if we can improve it with a 3.
Good card. The next card's going to be higher.
Higher than a 3. It's a 7.
I'm going to go for it. The next card's going to be higher.
Risking that card in this one higher than a 7? No. And another 5 jumps up to cost Sheila and Bert. Play off the 7. You can't change it. You didn't win the question. Call this.
Next card will be higher.
Higher than a 7.
All right. I'm going to go on. Next card lower.
If this is lower, we have a tied match. To tie it up, no, it's an ace. It's not lower, and you lose those 2, and that's the advantage of freezing. You can't go back any further than that. Sheila, we polled 108th grade kids in Wabash, Indiana, and asked them, who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet? How many 8th graders knew that Romeo and Juliet was written by William Shakespeare? Did he write that? How many knew it?
8th graders are pretty smart. I'm going to say about 42.
42. Bert, what do you think, higher or lower?
Well, I've got to go higher. I just think 8th graders are more aware than that. Higher.
Say higher. Incidentally, on our poll that came in second, Edgar Allan Poe was second, who wrote Romeo and Juliet. However, the actual number of kids who knew that William Shakespeare was the author of Romeo and Juliet is 45.
All right.
Higher, Bert. Yes.
Let's
Now
change
you
that
change
base
that
card.
7.
Get rid of it.
And he wants to change it to an 8.
Perfect. Next card lower.
Lower than an ace. It is a 6.
Okay.
What do you got to do, Bert?
I'm going to freeze.
You'll freeze. Oh, well, it might not be a bad strategy. He needs 1 card while Sheila needs 4. And we're at the 4th and final question. It's sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Bert, we asked 100 people, has your appendix been removed? How many said yes?
Wow. How many appendixes? It would depend a lot on the age and everything. I don't know. Let's say that 35 people have had
35 have had their appendix removed. Sheila, higher
I
or
think
lower?
nowadays when they do any kind of surgery, they automatically take the appendix anyway. So regardless of whether it was necessary or not, I'm going to say it's higher.
Higher. This will decide control of the board. The actual number of people who have had their appendix removed is 17, not higher, Bert. Now, Bert, you've got control. Listen carefully. You have a 6. You have the right to change it and try to turn this 1 card over. But if you make a mistake, Sheila wins the game. And, of course, that would give her the match, having 2 in a row. However, you can force Sheila to play off the 3, which she cannot change. She would have to turn 4 cards over, or the game is yours. Your decision. You want to play it for 1 or force Sheila for 4?
I have all kinds of ideas, but I'm going to let Sheila play it. She's got a lot of cards to go through.
Sheila, you have to go all the way to win the game.
Okay.
What's this card?
Next card's going to be higher.
Higher than a 3. No, right away, 2. And we've got a tie match. Bert with $100, Sheila with $100. The winner of the match will play the money cards for thousands.
Okay.
We'll find out who it's going to be right after this. We have a tie, 1-1, and we'll set up for the tiebreaker now. As Ann moves over the bar, we'll play it with just 3 cards up there and 3 questions. Sheila, we asked 100 women in a previous studio audience, are you afraid of spiders? How many women said they were?
I think most women really are. I'm going to say 42.
42. What do you think, Bert?
I'm afraid of spiders. It's got to be higher than 42.
Higher than that. Oh, I agree with that. The actual number of women who are afraid of creepy, crawly spiders is 61. It's higher, Bert. And you've got that all-important control. Your base card, a 5. Do you want it?
I'll play it. Next card higher.
Higher than a 5. Oh, no, it's a 2. And that gives Sheila a chance to play a king.
Next card is lower.
Lower than a king. It is a 10 now.
The next card is lower.
You're going to go for it?
Yes.
If this is lower than a 10, Sheila retains the championship. If not, Bert is still in it for the win. Yes! She did it. You knew it, you knew it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bert, that was a tough decision to make with that 5.
Right.
Thank you for joining us. You're leaving us with, that's nice, with $100 in party gifts. Thank you, Bert. Sheila, come on down here. It is your lucky day.
Yes,
And lucky 5 did it.
I know, the poor little thing.
We'll play the money cards where Sheila can win thousands right after this commercial break. Sheila's giving my hand such a hurt I cannot tell. You really get involved there.
Yes,
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on, Sheila, hang on to that lucky 5 now. Now at $100 a game, you just won 2 games and $200. That's yours to keep. Now we're going to give you new money to play with, and this time you're going to bet that money. Starting on the bottom line, $200. Bet it as you will with these 3 cards. When you move up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money, and again, 3 more cards. $50 minimum bets until you get to the top card, the big bet, and there you must bet at least half your money. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. $200. And let's see, we start you off with a good base card. You have a choice of 2, and your first one is a 5. What do you think?
I'm going to change it.
All right. You must play this one. It's another 5. That may be an omen. Now, you've got a lucky $5 bill there and
That's
a 5.
right.
$200. What's your bet here?
I'm going to bet $50 that the next card is higher.
$50
Yes.
higher. $50 higher than a 5? Oh, no, it's another 5. Only lost $50. You might have had an idea on that one. Now with a 5 and $150.
Now I'll bet $100 that the next card is higher.
Hope you, this time you feel a little better about it for $100 higher than a 5. And she's right. $250 and a 6, Sheila.
I'm going to bet $50 that the next card is higher.
Let's get it much higher. As I remember your last money cards, we never did see a face card up here.
No.
Let's see one now. $50 higher than a 6. A 10. And again, you can't get that card to really go with.
Really?
But we're going to go up with this 10 and add the other $200 of betting money, Sheila. That gets you up to $500 and a 10.
I'm going to bet $200 that the next card is lower.
Pretty good bet there. $200 lower than a 10. It is. Come on.
The cards are
Playing some
awful.
bad cards very well. $700 and we're looking at a 9.
I'm going to bet $50 that the next card is lower.
Oh, all right. Let's see a deuce or a 3. $50 lower than a 9. It's a 6. $750 and we're still looking at a tough card. A 6.
I'm going to bet $250 that the next card is higher.
Oh, she feels good about this one. $250 higher than a 6. It's again. Terrible cards, but you have been right on every one of them. And now I hope you're really going to be right again because you must bet at least $500. You have 1,000. We're looking at right smack up the middle and 8. Sheila, what does your instinct tell you? What's your big bet?
I'm going to bet $500, and I'm going to say that the next card is higher.
There has to be a face card in this deck. For $500, let's look at one right now. No! But you finished with $500 with some bad
Like
cards.
5.
That's right, it came out with that 5.
That's right.
Come on over here. That was the only bad call on some terrible cards.
They were awful. No face cards again.
But again, you keep sneaking up, and you're up to $4,700 now. We'll meet a new challenger right after this. Sheila, let's meet a new challenger and start another game. Janice, if you will, fill in the cards. 2 brand new decks of cards for our next match with this player on Card Sharks. Myrna Hope. Hello, Myrna.
How are you?
You have some friends here with you?
Yes, I do.
Hooray for Myrna, somebody said. That's nice. That's very nice. Who would be yelling hooray for Myrna?
My husband, Fred, and my sister-in-law, Kit, and my girlfriend, Cindy.
Well, that sounds more like Cindy or Kit than your husband there.
Hooray for Myrna!
Myrna, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm an engineering technician with the city of Chino. I'm from Montclair and originally from the Netherlands. And I love housework and playing the piano.
That's terrific. You like housework?
I love it.
Would you like to meet the gentleman who was just here?
Does he need some housework done?
No, he's been doing it, as a matter of fact.
Oh, I'll help him.
Brenda, nice to have you here. Good luck in the match. You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards, while the champion Sheila plays the upper cards, the red cards, and we start with a question to Sheila. We asked 100 married women, have you ever run out of underwear and borrowed your husband's jockey shorts? What an image that takes. How many women admitted they had borrowed their husband's jockey shorts?
Wouldn't do any good for me to borrow my husband's. They would just fall off. I don't think that many would. I think in this day and age they would just go without, period, rather than to borrow their husbands. So I'm going to say about 17.
She says 17 have borrowed the jockey shorts. Brenda, higher or lower?
Well, I know I borrowed my husband's once and they fit. He had a smaller size than he normally wears. But I'd say a little bit higher.
You say higher than that?
Yes.
I wonder if he's ever borrowed hers sometimes. The actual number of married women who have run out of underwear and borrowed their husband's jockey shorts is 11. It's not higher. Sheila. Yeah, that's not that common. Sheila, your base card is a 10. You want it?
I don't want that 10, no.
And you must play this one. It is an 8. Ooh, not a good change.
I'm going to say the next card is higher.
Higher than an 8. No, it's a 2. Sheila, you cannot find face cards. You lose that, and Myrna gets a chance to play a 4.
I'm going to say the next card's higher.
Higher than a 4. It is an 8.
I think I'm going to freeze.
We'll freeze it right there. And we'll go with the next question to you, Myrna. We asked 100 girls who are freshmen in college, would you date a handsome man if he were as old as your father? How many girls said they would?
80.
Oh, at this day and age, I would have to say about 30.
30. Would date a man who's handsome if he was old as a father, Sheila? Higher or lower?
I'm going to say it's a little bit higher.
So higher than that? The actual number of freshman girls who would date a man as old as their father is 40. Higher, Sheila. Yeah.
Oh, change that 8.
Ah, there's hope for us old folks, Sheila. Your base card is a 4 now.
I will say the next card is higher.
Higher than a 4. Oh, no, it's another 4. It is not higher. Myrna, play off the 8 and call this one.
Oh, my goodness. Higher.
Higher than an 8. Yes, it is. It's a jack.
Lower.
Continuing on lower than a jack. No, it's a queen. And you lose those 2, and we'll fill in the spaces now. The next question goes to you, Sheila. But first, we're going to take time out for this commercial message. Well, we've run out of time right now, so Sheila and Myrna will invite you back. I'm sure you can come back tomorrow, yes?
I think so.
You'll try to find the time.
So.
You know so. We'll look forward to seeing you. And we will look forward to seeing you because without you, we're nothing. Whatever you are, that's what we are. And we'll see you tomorrow on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
One of our polling groups will receive a continuous clean electric range, 30 inches wide with 2 large and 2 standard size high-speed surface units. Big automatic oven with window, electric clock, and timer furnished by Kelvinator. And some of our contestants will receive Billy the Kid fashion coordinates for boys of all ages. From toddlers to teens, Billy the Kid boys wear available in all leading stores. And from Gallery of Homes, a book on home improvements. Gallery of Homes brokers. If you're selling or buying a home, you'll find they do their homework. And long-lasting DuPont Lucite paint, custom blended in a rainbow of more than 1,000 colors for inside or outside your home. Top sealing Lucite goes on easy, looks great. And a supply of Yardley Old English lavender soap. Don't just lather up, lavender up with Yardley and give yourself a lavender lip. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.